Picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
If there's one game I can constantly come back to over and over again, it's gotta be Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon. This game is everything I've ever wanted. A true mecha experience, insanely fast-paced combat where every input matters, and a story that doesn't just throw you into battle. It asks you to take sides and make choices with real consequences. Today, however, we're not talking about the game as a whole. Today, we're talking about two of the most compelling characters, Arquebus's number 4, Rusty, and Cinder Carla. We're going to explore their personalities, their philosophies, how they shape your journey, and how it all culminates into my all-time favorite mission in this entire game. So without further ado, let's start from the beginning. And also, spoiler alert, if you didn't, whatever. Rusty isn't just a competent AC pilot. He's the moral anchor of the story. From the moment you first meet him in Operation Wall Climber, he stands out. He's calm under fire, cracking jokes over comms, calling you buddy, and covering your flank during the intense boss fight where you first see him. You don't just notice his skill, you feel his loyalty. Later on in Destroy the Ice Sword, Rusty becomes even more than a field partner. He coordinates strikes, helps you protect your allies, and demonstrates a clear philosophy. Coral and Rubicon are worth preserving. And he also has one of my all-time favorite scenes in the entire game.
90, 95. I won't miss.
Later on, you're going to be tasked with ambushing the other Vespers and eliminating other people that are part of his faction. The stakes here begin to rise, and Rusty's voice begins to reflect the moral weight of the battles you had just fought. He questions collateral damage. He warns against reckless tactics, and he becomes more than just an ally. He becomes someone whose ideals you come to trust. Every appearance, every mission, builds Rusty into a figure you care about, someone whose convictions feel deeply human in a world of cold machinery and mercenary contracts. But moving to the flip side, there's also Cinder Carla, whose philosophy is the complete opposite, but equally as compelling. Carla sees Coral as an uncontrollable force, a danger that cannot be allowed to persist unchecked. She is pragmatic, decisive, and charismatic. She saves lives, yes, but always on her terms. In missions where her influence guides operations, you see her efficiency, her ability to act decisively where others hesitate. Carla moves with precision and clarity, and the contrast between their philosophies begin to take shape. Rusty fights to protect. Carla fights to control. Rusty believes in people and the world they can build, while Carla believes in neutralizing threats even if it means extreme actions. The tension builds between these two with every mission, even before and when they even ever directly clash. Eventually, the story forces you into a specific confrontation. You've taken on missions that take you underground, and when you're about to reach the very bottom, you notice you're being tailed. But before you can find out who it is, they catch up. And it's none other than Rusty himself.
So, buddy, who needs you?
The first fight with Rusty is unforgettable. It isn't just a gameplay challenge. It's a narrative punch. Up to that point, you've relied on him, respected him, trusted him. And now he stands in your way. Not out of hate, but because your choices have diverged. His steel haze moves with deadly precision. His comms are firm, even regretful. And every dodge, every counterattack feels personal. The duel isn't about winning or losing. It just goes to show that when you're both fighting as a mercenary group, you're bound to fight each other eventually. After his fight, he disappears, making you wonder if he'll ever show up again. And, well, I mean, obviously he's gonna show up again. I mean, I'm literally talking about the mission where he shows up after that confrontation. You'll notice that there's different diverging paths that lead to different endings. For this one, we're gonna choose Carla. Choosing to side with her isn't just a tactical decision. It's a moral turning point. Her logic is compelling, her strategy precise, and she gives you the tools to enact her vision. She explains that Coral is too dangerous to survive, that unchecked power will inevitably destroy everything. While Rusty fights to preserve life and possibility, Carla believes that only decisive, absolute control can prevent catastrophe. By siding with Carla, you set in motion the event that lead to the final, inevitable confrontation with Rusty. Every mission you've completed before and now, the battles you fought, the decisions you made, the trust you built, all of it culminates in the emotional tension that carries into the final mission with Rusty. Well, I think I've hyped it up long enough now. So let's actually discuss the actual level itself. To begin, the Breach of the Kármán Line's visuals are absolutely breathtaking. You're skimming the edge of space above Rubicon, the curvature of the planet glowing below, residual coral from past fires painting the sky in deep purples and reds. The Xylem upper districts stretch out before you, a mix of delicate orbital structures and massive industrial platforms. And looming above are the Arquebus Interceptor Fleet. Massive, heavily armed warship that look every bit as dangerous as they really are. Your objective here is clear. Destroy the Interceptor Fleet and take down Rusty, your former ally. But as with every moment in Armored Core 6, the story and the combat are intertwined. Carla is in your comms from the start, guiding you, teasing you, and reminding you that this mission is as much about your choices as your aim. The mission begins with the initial 3 warships already in position. Carla wastes no time, immediately taking one out with the Xylem's main gun, leaving you to tackle the remaining 2. Her commentary throughout the fight adds personality to the mission, quipping things like,
"Bagged one yourself, huh? We're 1-1.
The fleet isn't just a static set of objects. The ships attack in coordinated patterns. Bow lasers, missile salvos, rear railguns. It forces you to constantly adapt your strategy. Carla remains a dynamic partner throughout, coordinating attacks and occasionally clearing ships herself. Once the Interceptor fleet is finally cleared,
Here we are, buddy. I was right all along. You were just another threat to Rubicon.
Rusty appears piloting his brand new Arquebus model, the Steel Haze Ortis. A reminder that this isn't just a mission about completing an objective. It's a confrontation with someone you've trusted and fought alongside. The fight with Rusty is tense, cinematic, and emotionally charged. He moves with precision, his attacks punishing but controlled, reflecting the man you know, skilled, moral, and unwavering. Your fight with Rusty is painful. He spills his emotions on you. He tells you that he's been using Arquebus this entire time as he's actually a Rubicon freedom fighter. And he teases that you and him could have actually been partners in the final fights, which you will be able to do in a different ending. However, that's not the ending we chose today now, is it? This fight is absolutely beautiful. It's quite challenging, honestly. His right shoulder weapon is a drone that constantly hits you from above, and making sure you dodge at the right time, because if you dodge too late or too early, he'll be able to strike you with close quarters attacks. However, once you're finally able to beat Rusty, the mission is finally complete. Wait, what?
Chase the clouds from over Rubicon. Only I can fly high enough.
Out of nowhere, after he's defeated, he activates his terminal armor, restoring half his health and forcing a second phase. Even here, the dialogue keeps the tension high. Once he revives, it's actually the last stand. And once you beat him here, it really is over. And honestly, it's just a perfect mission all around. But let's go more into depth. Visually, the mission is stunning. You're not just fighting in space. The backdrop of Rubicon, the Xylem's orbital station, the massive warships, and the residual coral flows create a sense of scale and wonder. Explosions illuminate the vast darkness. Projectiles streak across the sky, and Rusty's AC moves with deadly elegance, reinforcing that every encounter is both a gameplay challenge and a narrative beat. By the time the mission concludes, you feel the full weight of your choices. Rusty isn't just another obstacle. He represents the path not taken, the moral compass you've rejected by siding with Carla. And well, it's time to reach the final boss from here. Breach of the Kármán Line isn't just a mission. It's a story told through combat, dialogue, and spectacle, and it stands as one of the most memorable and emotionally resonant moments in Armored Core 6. The only negative thing I can say about this mission is that it's too damn short, and I wish it was longer. And also, I really like using the Gundam mod because it's pretty cool, and I don't really know how else